time of year.
Yeah. The Dartford Road, I can still do it. So I've been sitting at Bremston, too bloody hot to do anything. It's a lot easier to make life
So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. First of our steam, we're going to start with our miniature steam, a fascinating subject all on its own really, because these guys are all about the faithful reproduction of a scaled version of the original. So you will hear them talk about a 6-inch scale or a 9-inch scale. Well, that refers to the original plan for the original engine, because all of these are copies of one sort of engine or another. And then they're simply, everything is scaled down. Absolutely incredible. It's a fascinating aspect of the whole miniature steam story that actually there are miniature steam engines that have been recreated from the drawings of the original. The original engines no longer exist, and that is incredible that we get the chance to see very, very unusual engines, but actually no longer exist in the full size. Now our wonderful steam coach that's come, really wonderful to see that. Good morning, sir. Such a pleasure to see your wonderful bus. Fantastic. And then a variation on the theme, because behind that we have the amazing steam lorry. These are actually recreations, and it is fantastic to see the sort of engineer's mind being put through its paces to present these. And still they're coming in. It is so nice to see the support we get at our show for all of the miniature steam. We're going to have some full-size steam as well, and then at 12 o'clock we're going to offer the opportunity for you to have a go at driving a quarter scale, so what we would call a 4-inch scale. But of course within that is a whole area of very nice to see you here. wartime roller there, used for creating airfields and all sorts of different construction applications. For miniature steam here, and as I say, an amazing subject, because, well, the engineering skills that goes into creating these little engines is just as important, just as precise as the full size. Good morning, you two. Nice to see you. Requirements for the full size steam, and that really revolves around boiler tests, because without being too dramatic about it, a steam engine is a very, very high pressure vessel. And so thank you for being here. Absolutely wonderful to see. So our full-size engines coming in the ring now. Really amazing to see these 100-year-old bits of technology, some of them 120, 30-year-old bits of technology. And we always ask this question, my goodness, going, because, well, really and truly, I can't think of anything mechanical we're buying today that has a remote chance of being with us in 100 years' time. Our wonderful Ulchin engine here, and Ulchin, of course, so good morning, sir. My goodness, what a beauty.
Runs at the same pressure as the big ones do.
And so you're obliged to, you have the same requirements from a safety point of view as the full size.
Yeah, we have to get it tested every year.
Amazing. I mean, that commitment, because although this is nothing like the project of bringing a full-size one, this is still a reasonable achievement. Weight-wise, what are we talking about?
It's 2,400 kilos, totally empty drive.
Team fan would have to admit that they can be a bit messy. So to get it turned out like this is pretty incredible.
Thank you. I can also tell you that we know this is a late model Foster Agricultural, which is post-Great War. The reason for that, we're standing in front of it, you can see the insignia of a World War I tank on the smoke box, which was given to Fosters for their contribution to the war effort, because they provided large engines for towing field guns and things, and they also made parts for the early tanks.
Yes, I mean, incredible when you look at that heritage. I mean, it amazes me that the skill that has gone into making this, which is incredible, because there's carpentry, there's engineering, there's a sort of loosely based around version of that. I mean, this touches on a very important point, which is that from a historic point of view, so many of these original engines are no longer with us, and the only opportunity we really get to see them. Give us a blast. 3, 2, 1, blow those whistles. Absolutely wonderful. How about that, ladies and gentlemen? Can we give them a round of applause? Our wonderful miniature steam. Thank you very much indeed. It appears that the downfall of steam lorries was actually legislation all around the fact that unladen weights were much greater, and therefore the taxation. So it does seem such a shame that the technology rather bringing them here. So thank you very much for being here this weekend. Good morning, sir. Great pleasure to see you again. How are you keeping?
Very well, thank you.
You. Now tell me what we've got here, sir.
This is a Marshall agricultural compound built in,
And as we do with all the other two, and yeah, it's a lovely run across.
Fantastic. Yeah, well, I mean, this is very much part of your whole show story, that you don't bring them on low loaders, you jolly well drive them here, and that is an incredible thing all on its own. You've had a rally before you get here.
Yes, a week Saturday ago we started moving stuff across, which was steam engines, buses, minis, tractors.
On the subject of buses, are you bringing your bus around in the commercial vehicles?
What time may that be?
Not sure. But, well, please do.
It is here, so yeah, as long as I know when it is, I'll be round.
Good, right. Well, we got witnesses now. So I got a present for you, so... Right, well done. So, now tell me about this one, sir. Yes, it is. You know a lot more about this. Oh, Rebel. All right, go on, talk about Rebel.
I can do Rebel easier. Rebel is a 1912 Altchin agricultural engine, made in Northampton, so a very local engine that spent most of the working life on the south coast. She would have been owned by a contractor, so she would have gone from farm to farm doing jobs, so she would run saw benches and threshing machines.
Now, of course, the whole Altchin story is so crucial round here because Altchin's made in Northampton, and that is pretty well unique. I don't think anybody else is making them in Northampton.
No, I think Altchin was the only one in Northampton. From memory, I think there were 31 left, but a lot of them went to Australia, still quite big in the export market.
Yes, fantastic. Well, again, presentation just absolutely stunning. It's a huge tribute to you guys to keep them so nicely presented. Well done. Nice to see you guys.
That's the Marshall chap.
Come on, Marshall chap. I'm...
Yeah.